All right, back to recording. So take two, August 12th, 2025. I'm Larissa, on my way to go do some shit in the thick pea soup fog. It's out here in the mountains today. I hurt, I do. I'm pushing through, doing what I gotta do. So yesterday, I was saying, before I did take two here, yesterday, I worked on the new cartoon for the October issue, and I did something a little different. It's a little more Salvador Dali / Pee Wee Herman / claymation / oh, je ne sais quoi. And Omar didn't get it. Like, shit, there's like pollen. It's pollen in the air, and it's just been making me hacky McHacker snacks. Once I get out of the mountains, I won't cough anymore, but geez. August and the redwood fucking pollen, jeez. Anyway, so Omar thought the cartoon was kind of silly when he saw it, but he didn't get it. And when I explained to him what it was, he was like, oh. I'm like, oh. Like, are people not going to get it? Because, you know, he's a pretty smart dude, you know? I thought he'd get it. I thought it was obvious, but I don't know. I guess shit that's obvious to me is not obvious to other people. I don't know, like I said, sometimes I feel like I just island of one. I don't know. It's pea soup fog. I hope it's not on all of 17. I hate it when 17's foggy. It's the worst. Maybe I'll die in the pea soup on 17 today. Larissa Street Pizza. Larissa Rocky Roadkill. Oh. Yeah, so I worked on that. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want to give away too much about it because it's funny. To me, it's dark humor. It's really, really dark humor. It's not funny, like, it's not lighthearted in any way, shape, or form. You know, I guess if you don't get it, it seems lighthearted because it seems silly. But it's dark. It's some dark humor. Very dark. Very, very dark humor. Yeah. So, anyway, worked on that. What else did I do yesterday? Oh, yesterday I also did some other photography for the October magazine. I did a lot of work on the October magazine yesterday. And there's stuff I'm procrastinating on, and I need to just fucking bite the bullet and do it. And I'm not sure why I'm procrastinating on it. I'm not sure why. Well, I do know. I take it back. I do know why. Because I've had technical challenges with it. It's stuff that involves me needing to interface with technology. And it's annoying because I've had trouble with it in the past. You know, not on my end, but on the tech end, on their end. And it stresses me out. So I don't like having to interact with the Google. I don't like having to interact with the Google. The Google stresses me out on so many levels. But when I personally have to interact with the Google for my business, it just makes me want to scream. It does. It makes me want to scream, and so I've been procrastinating, but I need to do it. I just need to do it. So it's probably what's going to happen tomorrow, because it's not going to happen today. Got some laundry started this morning, which is good. I just started laundry yesterday. I have to wash towels. I mean, the towels, like, oh God, down to like 2 towels. I have to make sure I get them all in the dryer by tonight, so that I can get them dry by tomorrow afternoon. Oh my God. And then I can throw in the first load, of clothes, which will be cold and line dry. And then I won't put in the next load until the towels are dry, totally dry, so I don't have clothes sitting around getting musty, moldy smelling in the washing machine. And the water smelled really bad this morning when I turned on the washing machine. I don't know, on the mountain. So there have been issues in the past with the people that have the properties up behind us using chemicals and shit on their property. Because there's a couple big properties that have like small personal production vineyard on them. And there's a 40-acre lot. There's a 40-acre property that has a small vineyard on it, personal vineyard, and animal pastures. And they have in the past used heavy pesticides and piled manure in such a way that it has run down our side of the mountain and into our aquifer and overloaded our aquifer. Right? And so the water that comes off the top of the well is the water that's most immediately filtered through the aquifer. Well, if the aquifer is overloaded, shit gets through. And so like a couple years back, 3 years back, when rains were really, really, really heavy the one time, and they came down through the house, and our basement flooded a little bit, and you get a little bit of silt that comes through, because our house is built in the old riverbed. Well, the concrete that's behind the stone, so the stone that's on our foundation is fitted into a concrete pour, and the concrete is very porous, and it looks like it's probably high lime content. Anyway, you can see where the boards were, where they had the boards and everything, and then the stone was fitted into it. It's really cool the way it was done, you know, and imagining, you know, a dude doing this on his own, because he did. But anyway, when the water filtered through the concrete brick, it left behind crystals, right? Some sort of salt. And so I don't know if it's nitrites out of the fertilizer, out of fertilizers, pesticides, and animal shit, or what. But there's like a ring around the base of our foundation from that year of rains when the water was like that. And the year that water was like that, we're having a lot of issue. We had to replace our dishwasher because of corrosion, and we had a lot of problem with etching in our dishwasher. Right, any kind of glass surface, enamel surface on things became very porous and etched through the hot water in the dishwasher. So, you know, I have some concerns, because there's been an odor on the water recently. This morning when I turned that water on, it was quite fragrant down in the laundry room. Anyway, concerns I have. I need to also, I have on my list of things to do at the house, which might get done today. I need to clean up. I need to red up down in the basement a little bit. I need to empty the trash cans that are down there. You know, they're full of dryer lint. I got, you know, in the laundry room. I need to sweep the floors, bits of tumble fluff dryer lint, and I need to take down the cobwebs and sweep up all this shit. There's like all these like bits of washed paper towel on the floor down there, because Omar leaves paper towel in his pockets, and I never check his pockets. I never go through, because I don't, and I should, but I don't. And then they go through the wash, and then they go through the dryer, and then they come out of the dryer, and I gotta shake them off the clothes, and then there's these little bits of paper towel all over the place, because I'm lazy and I don't just pick them up. No, I'm not lazy. Sometimes it hurts to bend over, you know, and after I bend over and reach and stuff to get inside the machine, sometimes it's just more than I can physically handle. So anyway, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna knock all the cobwebs down and sweep, and then use the shop vac and suck shit up. There's a little baby scorpion that was in the washing machine yesterday. It was alive. It got whooshed, so it's dead. But I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled because we just had termite treatment, so there's not any good reason for there to be. But thank goodness the pea soup isn't on 17. Thank goodness it's just hanging. It's just hanging down in the gulch. Okay, I can see it down there, up above it. I'm up above it. Anyway, oh, it's real pretty over there. That's weird fucking dreams last night. That's for goddamn sure. People I don't normally have in my dreams were in them. The hell? People sending their mommy and daddy in my dreams to come intercede and talk to me. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway. Dreaming of a rain dance, dreaming of a last chance, the gentle touch of your hands, the lines around your eyes show you realize the power of this love, gift from up above. Dreaming of the coastline, sipping on a fine wine, memory of the warm shine, the smile upon your lips, the rhythm of our hips. No music to be heard, no melody was needed, no words can quite express what our hearts plead to confess, what truth do dreams possess. Now, my laryngitis has me in my lower register, so I can hit those notes real well, huh? Usually it takes me a big warm-up to get down that low. Anyway, I shouldn't sing because the top part of my register is still healing, but it is coming back. Anyway. Yeah, so after I did some work, I did some photography. I needed to photograph stuff that was at the studio yesterday, and did a little bit of writing and stuff, and made my to-do list, and procrastinated on the other shit. Then I came home. And threw in laundry and made dinner. What did we have for dinner last night? Stuffed baked potatoes, and then I made a spinach cheddar sauce. It was like a fondue, right? Basically a fondue sauce, like this bottle of wine. So I recently went to this place in Carmel and got some. There's a cheese place there in the little mall, and they have a lot of really interesting cheeses and good cheeses and stuff. Went in there, got some cheese, but there were specific things I was looking for. But they have a wine tasting area. They have a wine bar. So I tasted, and I bought a couple bottles of wine, right? Well, I bought 2 bottles of two different wines, and they were both wines that I would normally not be into, varietals that I would not normally drink. But in the tasting room, they were really nice, and I tasted 3, and I'm glad I didn't get the third one. The third one was an actual champagne from France, and it was very, very delicious. But it was very expensive, and I didn't want to spend. I wasn't interested in spending $85 on a bottle of wine, right? Not that day, right? It wasn't for some, like maybe for a real special occasion or something, but I was just wanted a couple bottles of wine to have with dinners. So I got 2 bottles of these 2 different white wines, and one was domestic and one was foreign. And when I got them home, I put one of each of them in the refrigerator. And when one of them was chilled, I opened it. Well, it didn't taste like it did at the tasting room. I'm like, is this even the same wine? Well, the bottle says, yeah, it is, whatever. But I'm like, oh, this doesn't taste right. So I ended up using that one for cooking for something else. And then but when I opened the second bottle of that wine, it tasted right. So then the second varietal that I bought, I opened the one that was chilled of that, and I still have one more, right? I still have one more of that left. And it just didn't taste, it just does not taste the same. You know, I have a pretty good palate memory, and it's not, and it tastes like maybe it got warm and then was chilled and then got warm. That's kind of what it tastes like to me. They weren't stored properly. So, you know, those bottles, they weren't cheap bottles. They weren't crazy expensive bottles, but you know, they weren't $85, $100, $150 a bottle. They were like $35 a bottle, but still $35 a bottle. Jeez. Anyway, I used the rest of that bottle of wine to make the cheese sauce, the spinach cheese sauce. It was onion and garlic and rosemary and butter, and then I have added some tapioca starch to break down the cheese, you know, and the wine, about 2 cups of that wine, and some medium cheddar cheese, and green onion, and spinach chopped up. I put that on the baked potatoes, and then I was going to give him prosciutto to go on his potato, but he ate all his prosciutto on a sandwich for lunch. And I'm like, okay, that was fine. So we both had tempeh bacon. Yes, that's what we had for dinner last night. I don't know what I'm gonna make tonight. Maybe I'll do those Japanese greens and then shiitake mushrooms. Maybe I'll make a dashi. Or I have miso in there. I could do a light miso with those greens and mushrooms. I don't know. That kind of sounds good to me. We'll do that, and then I'll steam some rice to have on the side. Oh. I don't have any Japanese rice though. I only have basmati. Maybe I'll pick up some Japanese rice today. Japanese rice tastes different. It's a little sweeter. It's a little nuttier. A little starchier. It's a little different. It's different than the basmati. The aromatics are different. The texture on the palate. Japanese rice is sweeter. It's just naturally, it's sweeter than basmati. Basmati is a much more savory rice. Oh, I wrote some letters yesterday. I did that too. Oh, Larissa, write your goddamn letters. So I'll have to mail those in the near future, huh? Mail those in the near future. Coming up on my exit here soon. I'm so glad that the pea soup isn't hanging down here. Isn't hanging. Oh. Weird fucking dreams last night. Weird dreams. Anyway.